Hello and welcome to the last day of Channel 16's coverage of the 2015 World Police and Fire Games, the Games of Heroes. We've had a great time this past week bringing you the stories of the games, the athletes, the competitions, and our behind-the-scenes look at the hard work that has made these games such a success. We're here at the Athletes Village in the middle of beautiful Reston Town Center. I'm your host, Ken Elston. Yesterday, we brought you Taekwondo, women's basketball, and the canine competition. Today, we're going to get a little dirty with the tug of war, dodgeball, and track and field competitions. We'll also talk to the chairman of the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, Sharon Bulova, and get her take on the 2015 World Police and Fire Games. Going for the gold is a large part of this year's games, but for many, there's something more. At George Mason University, home of the track and field competition, simply being around those who serve and protect their respective communities is reward enough. From the Hong Kong police force to the officers of the New York City Corrections Agency, one thing is certain: this year's games are all about camaraderie.
Today we're hosting a number of different events, anything from the men's 400 hurdles to, I think right now we're looking at the men's 200.
Indian National taking that last hurdle in stride.
Today I took part of the 800 meters. It was so hot, and I got second place, so the silver medal. I'm also very happy about that.
I'm trying to do the 100-meter hurdles this year. It's a new event for me. You're never too young to learn.
You've got a lot of athletes who are just really engaged with the competition, and it's been real good just watching these athletes just go from event to event to event, and just real committed to their sport.
We're always interacting, and I've been around long enough. I recognize the same faces. Sometimes there's a language barrier, but we all know each other. We all say hi. And
it's very friendly with the other athletes. I went with an Indian girl and with a Russian. Their English is even worse than mine is. And it's difficult, but they're all very friendly. They are clapping their hands and we are kissing each other in the finish line. It's no problem that someone is winning and someone is not winning. It's very friendly.
There is a lot of prep involved to make sure that everything is at the venue that we need to, that for all the implements, that the correct weighted implements are at all the right hammers are at the hammer cage on the correct day that they need to be there, and the right discs. It is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see all the different people, and you could tell they're having a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of work, a lot of dedication for a lot of people, but we take a lot of pride in being able to host this. And I think that universally, I think we all have the same desire to help change the life, be change makers in people's lives.
It's a lot of fun to meet people from all over in the different areas, and the language is difficult, but you just try to point, and you do what you can to try and make it work.
It's a great coordination, and I think people are really just understanding that we're all the same, though we're from different backgrounds. It's been a great experience.
Here we go, Wendy.
Hike up your tube socks, pull down your headbands, and start ducking and diving, because dodgeball has made its way to these World Police and Fire Games. And trust me, this is not your grade school dodgeball. These athletes are intense. They've taken this game to a whole new level.
unsullied, and you're watching Channel 16.
All week, first responders have gone head-to-head at venues across the region. Lerner Town Square, George Mason University, National Harbor, and Fairfax County parks, high schools, and rec centers have all served as locations for this year's games. The Fairfax County Government Center was the location of choice for a special competition and some serious fun. So let's dig in our heels and get ready for a tug of war.
We had our tug of war competition on Wednesday, July 1st at the Fairfax Government Center. We had teams in 3 divisions, lightweight, heavyweight, and catchweight. We had teams from all over the world. We had Norway, South Africa, Malaysia, Spain, and then also Fairfax City Fire Department for the USA team. We couldn't have asked for anything more. Having it here, Chairman Boland had some people that come down with a little bit of leave from their offices. Having it in a natural setting, they have a wonderful little atrium park here. We probably had at one point about 400 spectators, which was great for the atmosphere and the energy. So I guess the environment was the biggest and best thing about today.
Well, I'm with the International Association of Fire Chiefs, and we have most of our office out here today. We wanted to do a one-day event where we could be here all day to volunteer, and it's just great to see people from all over the world. We're having a great time. I hadn't seen tug of war since I was in elementary school for field day.
You have to pull about 5 meters from the opposing team over the center line. And a range, at the beginning, we had some matches that lasted 5 seconds. And then by the end of the day, those teams were going into a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes. There's about 4 or 5 pages of rules. One did come into play with cautions and our seating process, about not being able to climb the rope. You can't touch the ground. If you fall to the ground, you have to come right back up. There's a lot of things that really came along. And I think the rules really showed how the event grew as we went along, especially the Fairfax City team, who had never done tug of war, hadn't even heard about it, and just thought it was something fun to go do. And we're so glad they did.
Fairfax City called us last night, put a team together. We never knew guys until we came here today, and we actually won one, which was great.
Yeah, we just met them this morning, so there was no training, no preparation, no awesome, cool boots that the Vikings brought. So yeah, that was it.
But we made them earn it.
You can see the teams that really know what they're doing and been doing it really came out on top, but it was wonderful to see.
So we actually got a clean sweep in the lightweight, the heavyweight, and the catch weight. I was only in the heavyweight. So yeah, we're really happy with that. I think the guys were in one of the other World Fire Police Games, Belfast, and they did really well there. They won gold. So then they were definitely going to do it again this year. As for technique, we did a little bit of training at the station. And just practice on getting everything happening exactly the same time with all the 6 the guys on the rope. So it proved to be a pretty good strategy, I think.
They call this the Game of Heroes for the World Police and Fire Games because it is about being heroes. By vocation, number one, police and firemen leave the door every day, get a kiss goodbye from their husband or wife, and children, and move out and go do their job every day, knowing that there's danger involved, but also serving their communities, and they've chosen that as a vocation. So that makes them truly heroes. And to bring heroes together by sport, I think, is where the term Games of Heroes. It's about them being heroes, not that they're heroes because they're athletes in their sports. That just builds upon it and lets them work with each other.
A location that's been very popular with athletes and their fans is Lerner Town Square. This unique venue operates as a mini village that includes a stage and open courts for beach volleyball and dodgeball, as well as the CrossFit competition.
FSA Social Sports is here in Fairfax County. We're basically an adult social sports league that's been around since 2007. We offer 8 different sports: flag football, soccer, kickball, softball, dodgeball, basketball, cornhole, and kickball. And it's just an adult rec sport league. So our involvement with the World Police and Fire Games happened about 2 years ago. We were contacted to be the sport coordinators for flag football, beach volleyball, indoor volleyball, and dodgeball. So we're really excited to help out our first responders of our country and internationally and get involved with the games. It was a perfect match for FXA and the World Police and Fire Games because we've been running sports for 8 years. We have excessive knowledge in all the sports, the bracketing, the athletes, that kind of stuff. So it was a good mix for us to come in and assist them with creating the courts, building the courts, engineering the courts, putting the schedules together, the bracketing, all that good stuff. So it's really important to have these, the World Police and Fire Games here in Fairfax County because it's bringing a lot of revenue into Fairfax. It's bringing a lot of international athletes and people into Fairfax to kind of see everything we have to offer here in Northern Virginia. Lerner Town Square is a very unique venue because it's very central for a lot of the athletes. It's very metro accessible. It's a walking distance away. We have a mini village here, so we're serving alcohol. We have a stage, we have cornhole, we have courts available for warm-up for dodgeball. We have some courts open for sand volleyball as well. So it's just a fun, good location for all the athletes and for the spectators as well. So when we were here on Sunday after the storm on Saturday, everybody came out on Sunday. We had CrossFit in the corner. We had all the beach volleyball courts going on. So it was great. So the CrossFit event, they were running sandbags up a very steep hill. They were pushing sleds. Doing a lot of the CrossFit stuff, so it was amazing to watch those athletes come out and compete.
So we're volunteering for the World Police and Fire Games, and so not only are we helping out with the CrossFit event here on site, but we're also helping out with the volleyball games as well. We've been actually helping out with the scorekeeping as well as retrieving the balls and stuff like that. So that's been a lot of fun. I mean, just watching the games, it's been incredible.
Beach volleyball, we have international players from all across the country playing doubles, men's, women's, and mixed. And we're here on the beach volleyball courts, and it's been great. So dodgeball is going to start on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. We have 20 teams involved. They're going to be all kind of decked out in their costumes and such, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So the coordination took a lot. There were multiple different groups involved with the coordination, from obviously police, Homeland Security, event coordination, engineering, a lot of different aspects that all came together to make this event work. So it was a spectacular event, and we're very happy to be proud to host the games here in Fairfax County.
Thousands of athletes and spectators have converged on Fairfax for the World Police and Fire Games. They're taking place in the games, of course, but they're also getting to experience the Fairfax County that we're all so proud of. And joining me to talk about the impact the game's having on the area is Sharon Bulova, Chairman of the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors. Chairman Bulova, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's great to be here with you.
So we've seen you at some of the events that we've been covering. Have you had an opportunity to enjoy the games?
I have had an opportunity to watch the Dragon Boat competition, also had the opportunity to watch the women's basketball team win at George Mason University. And I came just now from the swimming competition at the Aquatic Center at George Mason. And also we had at the Government Center tug of war, which was fascinating.
Was it fun?
It was so fun.
Did you get in there?
Not hardly.
So winning the bid to host the games here in Fairfax, that was a years-long process, wasn't it?
It was years and almost a decade. My recollection is that we first made the bid or decided we wanted to and gave a try actually as early as 2007. We're not successful, but then in 2009 we were named the 2015 World Police and Fire Games host.
And so what was your first course of action then after that was announced?
After we knew that we were going to have the games, we pulled together a team, county employees mainly in public safety, and put together a good plan for venues where the sporting events would be. And then we hired Bill Knight to be the executive director for the games. We created, before that, a board of directors and worked with the Federation for the World Police and Fire Games to make sure that we were doing everything that passed muster with them. So that was, that was the sort of journey that
a lot
led
of work,
us
a lot of
to
coordination.
these 10 days.
So from everything we can see, it has been a great success. But what defines success for you and for the Board of County Supervisors where the games are concerned?
What defines success for me is when I go to an event or attend maybe, or go to a store or a restaurant, and people mention to me what a great time they're having at the World Police and Fire Games. The athletes have complimented us on what good hosts we are, but also at Pacers, for instance. My husband went to get some vitamins. So different places that he's gone to, people have commented on the athletes who are coming in. Success is happy athletes, happy public safety folks who have enjoyed the games and feel that we're doing a good job.
Well, from everything we can see, it certainly has been doing that. So what do you think the lasting impact is going to be having the games here in Fairfax County?
Well, first of all, an immediate impact will be some revenue. People are spending money in our restaurants and stores. Hotels are sold out. But I think that a lasting impact is sort of putting Fairfax County, on the, in the public spotlight globally. So people don't just think of Fairfax as a rural community. This is a happening place. It's a great economic impact. But also, it gives us, I think, a clear message that the hospitality industry is something that we can do well, and that is maybe, a place where we want to focus our future economic growth in that particular direction.
Well, and as we said when we sat down, Reston Town Center has been a fantastic host for the Athletes Village, and what a place to do it, like no other.
Absolutely. It really demonstrates that Fairfax County is a really good destination for athletic events and competitions, for conventions. That's something that we're talking to the, to visit Fairfax and to the EDA about, our Economic Development Authority, about trying to establish more venues and more opportunities to highlight Fairfax County as a destination for those kinds of events.
Well, and what a wonderful destination it is. Thank you so much, Chairman Bulliver, for joining us and talking to us about the games here today.
Thank you so much.
An old rivalry clashes at George Mason University's Spuler Field. Members of the Charlotte, North Carolina Police Department take on that city's fire and rescue workers for the win, and most importantly, bragging rights. Off the field may be fun and friendly, but at the World Police and Fire Games, it's all about the business of winning.
It was tremendous. I mean, anytime you can get to the gold medal game is is an accomplishment. Obviously, it's not finished. We still have work to do, but getting there out of 11 teams is definitely an accomplishment. And to do it, beating our rivals, CFD, is even makes it better.
Well, we played great. Had a little trouble today, but we played great up until this point, and we're 3-1 coming into today. So we're still alive. So we're still pumped up for it. So we'll be playing for the bronze game later today.
Yeah, we have a little bit of rivalry. We always we do a lot of stuff together for charities in there, Charlotte in the area. We have our annual what they call the Chiefs Cup game, where it's our team versus the Charlotte Fire Department, and raise money for. We play at the B&T Ballpark, which is the home of the Charlotte Knights in Charlotte, and we raise money for Levine Kids Hospital for fight cancer.
It's all good-natured fun between us and them. When we take the field, it's all business, but when we're off the field, it's all about our jobs and looking after one another.
On our team, there's a lot of serious athletes. Guys that used to play college ball. I think we have another pro player too, and they're pretty serious about going out and winning, playing hard.
You want to play the game the right way all the time. No matter if it's you're playing a little league or just playing for fun or playing in a gold medal game competition or a tournament. You go out there and you play the game the right way all the time. Is what I tell the kids I work with. You can always give 100% effort and 100% commitment to the team. And if you do that, most times things are going to work out for you.
I think for us, it's going to have to be minimizing runs early and scoring runs early. I feel like everybody's running out of pitching. We're getting down to our last arms also, so I think got to make more routine plays and minimize the other team from taking advantage of errors.
The second day was taking a toll on me, because being an old guy, you don't recover as quickly as I used to do when I was younger. So it's it's definitely takes a toll. But actually, as the tournament's going on, I'm feeling better.
It's great. Police and fire work together every day and look after each other every day, and it's good to be able to get out and compete against each other in a friendly environment. And everybody I've seen, whether it be in some other sport or from another country, it's all mutual respect between the fire and police.
There's a common bond between all police officers, firefighters, and even EMS, first responders. The things that we see on a daily basis. Having the opportunity to come out here, have that outlet is tremendous. Get your mind off of the everyday struggles that we face on a day-to-day basis.
The games have been awesome. The people around here have been awesome. So we've had a lot of fun, and just a pleasure and honor to be here.
In these World Police and Fire Games, the athletes have battled fierce competitors and fought hard to be #1 in their respective sport. Here's a look at the medal count and the results by sports. Well, that concludes the Channel 16 coverage of the 2015 World Police and Fire Games. I hope you've enjoyed watching as much as we've enjoyed bringing you these games. If you'd like to watch the opening ceremony or our 5 days of coverage again, go to the Channel 16 Video On Demand page at fairfaxcounty.gov/cable/channel16/vod.htm. Thanks for tuning in to Channel 16 for our coverage of the 2015 World Police and Fire Games. I'm Ken Elston. Good night.